The next question will come from Professor Littig, and we'll begin with Supervisor Evans. You will each get 2 minutes, and then you will each get another 1 minute on that question. Professor Littig.
Yeah, Green Bay has become more ethnically and culturally diverse city. Hispanics, Native Americans, Asians, blacks, and Pacific Islanders now make up over 27% of the population. This is up from 17% 10 years ago, and this trend is likely to continue. Do you as mayor have any plans to deal with the cultural misunderstandings and challenges between the dominant non-Hispanic white population and the minority population?
Supervisor Evans, 2 minutes.
Well, the only mayoral candidate that does speak a couple foreign languages up here. One of them, of course, is Spanish. So I've worked very well with the Latino community. Mind you, we do have some issues with diversity, and I've always said that. I prefer unity, folks. I prefer us. I like assimilation. I think that's important. I have no problem with people having, I had a nice young Hmong child come to my house yesterday with his mom and dad. He was selling candy bars, and I had a chance to talk to him. I said, "Hey, now Jean, hey, holy cow!" We conversed a little bit Hmong that I know, and that's great. But the child said to me, "Hi, it's Peter actually. Hi, I'm Peter, and would you like to buy a candy bar?" So he talked English. He was assimilating. I thought that was great. But I also appreciated that when he turned to his mom and dad, when I spoke some Hmong to him, and he was speaking Hmong to his mom and dad. That was cool. I thought, I don't have a problem with that. And then the dad said to me, "Hey, you do pretty good with Hmong." I said, "Well, no, not really. I fake it good enough. Like my French. I sound like a Mexican speaking French when I'm embarrassed. But, I fake it good enough." But I appreciate that. But, once again, unity is important. Assimilation is important. That's what we need. We can have all the cultural diversity, and that's fine. But when we come together as a group, we need to have unity. We need to have that understanding. That's how things get done. I said to all my friends in Latin America, este lado del mundo se habla español, pero el dinero se habla inglés. And what that means is this side of the world basically speaks Spanish, but money speaks English. And it does. And I tell them, you need to make sure your children have a fantastic understanding of English. They need to because if they want a better job, a better life for themselves, they want to go to school, they want to go to college, they want to make money, please assimilate, understand English, understand our community, but don't lose your own culture.
Mayor Schmitt, 2 minutes.
All right. My opponent says Green Bay is changing for the worse. I think it's changing for the better, and I think one of the reasons it is changing is what Dr. Littig just said. It's a more diverse community. And to that end, how are we going to help them, assimilate and grow into this community, but look, still retain their own culture? And, with the Hmong community, they've endorsed me. They just had a major event, 200 people on Sunday, blessing with all their traditions. And I want to help them advance. I want to help them in high school. I want to help them get NWTC and move on and make sure that they're connected with the resources. They don't feel isolated, but I respect the fact that they have their own culture. We're working right now with Sister Melanie to find a Hispanic community center like we did with the monks on 9th. We need to get more of the diversity integrated into professional jobs, but also into government jobs. And people say that they're like, we don't have enough diversity, enough minorities in the fire department. Then you go through and it's okay, you're right. And we go through the applicants and they're not there. So we need to start at a younger level and get kids interested in being a fireman, being a policeman. And we have this program called CSI. It's Community Service Interns. We have a dozen of them. We pay them $10. They're students at NWTC, St. Norbert, UWGB. And they work with the police department, with our inspection department, and the majority of those are minority students. And so they're getting more comfortable with the community. But look, we need to show some respect to the youth and to the cultures we have here. And again, while they may come from a different area, and this is Green Bay, but they're part of it. They're as much part of it as the rest of us, and we need to appreciate that and work with them.
Supervisor Evans, 1 minute.
Thank you. The mayor said that I had said that the Green Bay's changing for the worse. And I did say that, but to insinuate that under the comment that it has to do with diversity, I think is kind of a cheap shot. But what I did say that Green Bay's changing for the worse. You know what, folks? It doesn't matter what color it is, or I'm sorry, what color you are. The problem is, you know, we have 600 homeless school children in our Green Bay public school system. 600. Do you know that 56.5% of the students in the Green Bay public school system get free or reduced lunch or meals program? That is a problem. Our next, in Brown County, the next closest school district is West Superior, and they've got 28.5%. You bet we've got problems. I'm very, very worried. I mean, we've got to have to start addressing this head on. 600 homeless children, that's a fact. 56.5% of the students get free or reduced lunch. I mean, that's all factual information. That's very worrisome. We need to tackle this.
Mayor Schmitt, 1 minute.
We are. Look, we're a city. We're the third largest city in the state. All right? When we have cities, we have a variety of opportunities. We have a tremendous amount of wealth in this community. We have a billion-dollar company in this community. But we also have some people that are struggling a little bit. And when you look at what Allie Durham's doing with the children, you look at what the United Way is doing with the 211 service, those things are being worked on. And I think the schools are engaged with the city and with the services to make sure we're addressing those issues. But Green Bay is changing for the better. I mean, I'll say that to the closing statements too, but we're one of the 100 best communities in the United States for young kids. And they wouldn't give that to a place that's changing for the worse.
The next question.